the wounded were starting to come in from the con at that time. And I watched the doctors working on some of them a few times, quite an education. But you see some guy come in, these dirty as the dickens like that there. Well, one guy had a gouge in his back, but so wide, like that, about a foot and a half long, and 4 holes in his head, the skin of his head on each side. And young English fellow there and asked what happened. He said that bullet went through his helmet, bounced around the helmet. Each time it went through, took a chunk of the side of his head. And the gouge is when he's on the ground, a piece of artillery shell splitter got him there. So I was watching the doctor cleaning up. And in fact, the doctor called me over and told me to take a look at what he's doing. The guy's back. Pretty ugly looking. I says, can you do anything with that? He says, yeah. So he says, take a look. About an hour from now, he'd all cleaned up and it looked quite nice, for a mess. But there's an old matron there, an English woman, and I think she must have been stood up by some guy in the First World War because she did not like Canadians. I was the only Canadian in the place. And this Snaffy girl and a friend of hers used to come in every day or so like that. And of course, in the NAFI, they give you a mug of tea every few minutes, it seemed. This old lady used to come in there every time these friends of mine come in there, and she thought, dirty Canadians don't know enough to clean their mugs up and all this kind of stuff. And I was doing a jigsaw puzzle one night. She said, just tell me you're in bed. Well, I wasn't hurt. I wasn't sleepy like that. It just annoyed me. So one night I thought I'd pay her back. So I got the big boots on, hobnails and all, went out in the hallway. It was a tile hall. I started walking down in front of her office about 2 o'clock in the morning. And she came out. And she said, what are you doing? I said, I can't sleep. Well, she says, you're bothering me. I said, that's too bad. If I can't sleep, what am I supposed to do? So anyway, she went back in her office, and I kept on walking there. And she came out, she says, finally, she says, I'll make you a deal. You go back to bed and get those bloody shoes off, she says. I'll leave you alone. So she did, and I went back to bed.